So many people here for the open day. So welcome. If you've not been here before, I've been coming to the Ipswich Buuddhist Centre since 2004, where it was at the old centre above Evolution, above the Evolution shop, which was a right livelihood shop, which was run by Buddhists. So then from there, I met a couple of order members, Yana Mitra and Gunasara, who have become really good friends over the years. And so the friendship is really quite strong, as you'll find within the Sangha. And then I became what they call is a mitra, which is a spiritual friend, a friend of the Sangha. And that was 2006. And then from there, I became what they call is going for refuge. So it's following the Buddha's path, studying the Dharma from the Buddha, and also the Sangha. So they're the three jewels that you follow as you're going for refuge. So that was, I think that was about 2000. That was a year later, 2007. I did, and I've had a bit of a break in between through work, and sort of come back into the centre here, which was started up in 2010. So I came back about 2015 and took the practice up even more again. For today's talk, it's about how Buddhism has changed your mind and freed your mind, which for me has been quite a large period of my life, really, coming into Buddhism. I sort of I'll start off with a family background of quite a large family. Up until just before the summer, there was 10 of us. So there's 6 boys, 4 girls. So at the moment I've got four brothers, 4 sisters. One of my brothers unfortunately died in the summer. And then, so I then have 28 nephews and nieces, and then I have 32 great nephews and nieces, and that's still going on. And they're getting to the point in a couple of years where they might have children. So it's quite a big family, and we come from Ipswich. So, so it's so living in a quite a big family was interesting. My parents were really very affectionate, very loving. Hard-working with all us lot, trying to sort all the 6 boys out is enough, let alone the 4 girls as well. So so that was quite interesting. But I had a really good childhood with my family, and there was lots of laughter, lots of fun, and there still is. Everyone gets on. So it's about 85, 90 people that all get on when we come together. It's quite amazing. So that's interesting. But I noticed when I was at school, I found that I was not very good. I used to shy away from lessons. The only lessons I was really enjoyed was the practical side, metalwork, woodwork. And you notice I'm using the old terms as I'm 53, so I don't know what it is now, technical design or whatever it is now, or something else. And also sport, I was good at sport, so they're the things I enjoyed. And I just went through the early stages of life just thinking that I didn't have any brains, I thought I was, what's the word? Let's say thick, not intelligent. And that really put a dampener on just living up until probably my 30s, when my wife, who's sitting here, got me to read a book. When we first met, got me to read a book, and I read this book, and I was missing things out, and I was pronouncing things wrong, and she just said, "You're dyslexic." And that was like a real breakthrough. And at that point, we were meditating, which was 1999. And then, like I say, in 2004, with a bit of a meditation practice, I came into the Buddhist Centre. And it was quite amazing, actually, to find meditation. Because I'm such a practical person, I was sitting with myself, experiencing what was going on. And so what happened was that there was this change of my emotions. So instead of my emotions being in one pit where you just could pick any of them out and they'd all feel the same, and I wouldn't understand it, to the point where you would find that now you're relating it through your body. So certain emotions you can feel through your body. And then you can then put that to the mind and notice what you're dealing with. And Buddhism has done that for me. Meditation has done that for me. It's identifying those emotions and then just connecting with them, working with them, which is quite amazing. It is quite amazing to do that. And just sitting with your, or reflecting. So you can just sit and something will arise and you get that chance to have a look at it. Really have a look at it, because I think sometimes we're on automatic, so we think, oh yeah, that's sadness, that's happiness, that's joy, that's suffering. And we just think, oh yeah, that's okay. But actually when you look behind it, you see all these layers of what's going on and understanding as well, because you sit with it long enough. So for me, my meditation starts with something that's popped in. And I think I need to look at it, because it's obviously really quite important for me to see. And so you look at that point, and you try and understand it a bit more, and you try and work with it. And I always find the best way is to actually just sit and reflect on it and see what's there, see what comes up. So when I was younger, I had a lot of frustration, which could easily turn into anger. I had no confidence, so I wouldn't be standing here talking to you guys. Be quite shy, sitting at the back, hiding away, just like I did at school. And also it's quite interesting that though I have quite a large family, I've always been quite a loner, so I work on my own. And it's quite interesting that when you come into the Buddhist Centre, the third free jewel is the Sangha. And the Sangha is not just the centre. The Sangha is people on retreat that you see at different centres. And then you can go to probably any centre in Britain and find someone that you've met on a retreat and connect with them. And then you connect with other people. And that's quite amazing to have that as one of the free jewels. So that's really quite a powerful thing. The second jewel is the Dharma and the understanding of what you're going through. So it puts it into perspective. It puts it into how you live your life, which is, again, it just frees up your mind. It makes it easier to look at. and work with. And then, like the first jewel is the Buddha jewel, which is about that for all that I went through. So whether it was a large family, being on my own, not very good at school, being dyslexic, to the point that I could be like the Buddha, because he was just like me. He was a person, and you can move forwards in life, and you can even go for enlightenment as well. So it's something that being a Buddhist is always it's always reachable, it's always touchable, it's always there, and you can connect to it, and you can live your everyday life as a Buddhist, as a practicing Buddhist, which has helped me, definitely helped me, made me more calmer, more loving, definitely more loving, and definitely, which I didn't think I was, more wiser as well. So some of the stuff that comes out, I think, where is that? Where's that come from? So it's really quite an interesting thing. And it does. It's a change. It changes you completely. You know, they should have a health warning when you do come into a Buddhist centre, and when you do meditate, is that it will change your life.